I'd now like to discuss the issues of beginning a work and finishing a work. And that means we're going to talk a little bit about preparatory beats and cutoffs so that your ensemble knows how to exit silence into sound and to release sound into silence. So these two actions, called the preparatory beat and the cutoff gesture, are about the context of how you hear the music beginning, how you hear it leaving silence, and how you hear the sound, the final sound of a phrase or of a complete work. How do you understand that in the context of the actual music itself? So, you can practice this because not all music starts on one. Sometimes it starts on two, or the end of two, or the end of three. Sometimes it finishes on one. Sometimes the music finishes on three. So what we're trying to do here is to be able to understand the contextual issues of the music. And so that would mean that every cutoff is a little different. Every preparatory beat is a little different. And not only is it different now, it will be different tomorrow. It will be different on the performance. And so, in a sense, you're helping your ensemble to understand your gestures as you understand how the music should finish, how the music should begin. The preparatory beat sets up at least three things. It sets up time, dynamic, and style. Time, dynamic, and style. Intuitive understanding of how that first note starts. And of course, the preparatory beat is also about describing the breath before the play. Whether you're a string player, whether you're a percussionist, or whether you're a wind player, all music breathes. We need to breathe in the sound we want to play out. I'll say that again. It's important that we breathe in the sound that we wish to produce. So my upbeat or preparatory beat should carry all of that information. So, bum, 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 bum. Those are several different ways. Now, you'll notice that I'm vocalizing it, and I suggest that you do that too. Vocalize and try to get your stick and hand coordination to convey the sound you sang. So we can practice preparatories on different levels of dynamic, of different style, and where that occurs on a different beat than one. So if it's going to be your ensemble starting on two, you start one beat ahead. Bum. 2, 1. If it's at 3, ta, ta. What if it's at the end of 3? Bum, ba. I have a little click in there. That's called a gesture syncopation, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But I have to be able to help the ensemble by giving them what happens before they play. Let's talk a little bit about conducting cutoffs. So we again have to go into the context of how you perceive that last note should sound. Is it the end of the symphonic metamorphosis, the march? Yum, bum, ba 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 bum. Yum, bum, ba 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 bum. Or is it the end of Girl of a Flaxen Hair? Ba. And the slight little click gives the ensemble a chance to actually finish the sound. Something else that you can do about this is you can actually get the ensemble to practice releasing together without you, and how they think that the music is asking them to release it. The same can be said, of course, for the preparatory beat. Because the breath is so incredibly important about breathing in what you're going to play out, you can actually have the ensemble start without you, so that they can actually practice understanding the context. It's you and the ensemble working together to uncover this ability to finish and to begin together in the right character. One of the aspects about getting your ensemble to start together and on time with confidence can be achieved when we pass over our desire to control this and fully control it. I really encourage you to step away from counting your ensemble in or actually beating 4 beats or 3 beats or 2 beats of silence. I encourage you to use the breath to allow the ensemble to breathe themselves in, because if they can breathe themselves in, they'll breathe with you. You want to stay together, you breathe together. That's how chamber music happens. That's how chamber groups play together. So one of your exercises that you can do to give your ensemble a sense of ownership and a sense of trust, that you trust them, is to get them to learn to play and begin and finish without you. Well, the first thing that happens is you can do this. I'm going to breathe with you, and I want you to just start counting on my breath. Okay, we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you're not going to conduct it. You're going to allow their ears to hear the breath. You're going to allow their ears to hear the breath and respond to the breath, and play the sound that they breathed in together. Same thing. You can actually expect your ensemble to know how to stop together too, by, again, listening to the quality of the last note, understanding the context of it, and listening to how it releases. I know it sounds really wacky, but your ensemble has the ability to stop together without you. So then you ask, well, so what's my point? What do I do? Well, if your ensemble can do it without you, then you have so much more control in showing your ensemble how to release or how to come in. If they know how to do it without you, then you're not dependent on the spoon feeding of everything. Besides that, it tells your ensemble that you trust them. And you also pass over a portion of the responsibility.